Sprights.
Meta-ship.
Yes, Sprights are the top tier deck right now. That's why I want to talk about them.
Meta-ship.
You do realize that meta decks can be powerful and fun, right? They aren't all adamantimators. So about the Sprights. To quickly introduce the Sprights, they're a series of level 2 Thunder monsters who can be special summoned if you have a level 2 or Link 2 monster out on the field. And they have a variety of effects like searching other Sprite cards or providing negating abilities that use other level 2, Link 2, or Rank 2 monsters as tribute cost. They're also part of the Albaz lore. Kind of. They're akin to an anime filler arc. In card game form. Moving on. So here's the thing about meta decks. They are hit and miss on how interesting they actually are to play or play against. There have been a lot that are painful to play against, but there are meta decks that are at least interesting to play against or with. Mathmex, Branded Despia, Tri-Brigade, and Sprights are surprisingly intense, especially if you get a mirror match going. You can have some amazing back and forth, which makes a nice change, whereas sometimes the mirror match is on top of playing fast and fun, it's a deck where you can try out some interesting builds with. While the Sprite core cards rarely shift, there are so many level 2 cards out there that can play with them, it's insane. There's the Dark Beckoning Beast package, which can be done with just normal summoning, providing plenty of bodies. The Swap Frog package that provides bodies, and if you summon Maxi out to bring your Sprites out, can bring it back to your hand. If only there was some totally awesome monster that could go nicely with them. There's the Deep Sea Diva package, which can get you Baron the Floor from one card, and the Nimble Beaver package. That's terrible, don't play that one. But yeah, you get the idea. There's a lot you can do. Sprites also have 2 great extra deck monsters, Gigantic Sprite and Sprite Elf. Gigantic Sprite can special summon a level 2 monster from your deck and make it so that neither you or your opponent can bring out anything but level, rank, and Link 2 monsters that turn, meaning no Nibiru. That's for the Link Festival, you jerk! Sprite Elf, meanwhile, has a great main phase quick effect where it can resurrect a level, rank, or even Link 2 monster from the graveyard. Great for getting bodies on the field or other sprites like Carrot or Red to provide some on the field negates. And that's just getting into the core cards. There's plenty of great cards to be found in the extra deck for Sprites. You got some great going second Xyz monsters like Onibamaru or Sky Cavalry to banish or send stuff to the hand respectively. And Zeus is always a great option if you aren't locked into 2s. Mannequin Cat can get another body on the field, including potential Floodgate monsters. The Link monsters are a bit trickier because at this point the most optimal play is to utilize Gigantic and use them for Elf. But that doesn't mean you can't use them on your opponent's turn. The obvious play is to utilize IP Masquerena for something like Nightmare Unicorn or Underworld Goddess. But that's child's play. We could go bigger. Ooh, yeah. This bad boy. Topologic Zeroboros is a great monster to whip out on your opponent's turn. Just use Sprite Elf to resurrect something, and then IP Mask when your opponent has a decent amount of cards. You get a search and the field goes brrr. And then next turn, he comes back, getting 200 attack points for each banished card. I've been wanting to build this card for a while just because it's so funny, and oh boy, it does not disappoint. That's what I like about Sprites. There's a lot of freedom to build what you want. The extra deck monsters I showed are just some of the great level 2 Link monsters or rank 2 Xyz monsters out there. There's a lot you can try out. You can make it an aggro deck, a control deck, a little bit of both. This deck sounds perfect, doesn't it? Well, the problem is, while monster effects and disruptions are mostly covered, there isn't a lot in terms of spell and trap protection that isn't a monster. Why is that a problem? I kept telling them, Dark Ruler No More is busted. They kept saying, well, they can't kill you, so it's fair. Yeah, but they can leave you crippled with barely any chance of coming back, so I had to craft it and use it for Crossout Designator just so I had a chance of stopping it. I feel like I'm the only person who hates the freaking card with a passion. I'm not crazy, you're crazy! Bottom line, Sprites are a really fun to play deck that also delivers great results. They're a bit pricey, but well worth it. What about you? What do you think about Sprites? Do you play them? And if so, how do you play them? And what do you think about duels with them? Let me know in the comments, please subscribe, and enjoy them at top tier while you can. Because there's danger on the horizon.